Alright, here we go. Another daily duos. This is going to be our Middle East duos. We got Hellon and Rapit here. They're landing Rocky Reels, and they're not conned on their own regions, aka Middle East for Hellon and Rapit. They got it all to themselves. They likely will be conned in the FNCS Invitational, but these two not afraid to go after a duo. They played in the Gamers 8 LAN and were contested basically the whole time, did not wind up leaving, so I would not expect these guys to walk away from a fight. That being said, they did not exactly play super well while being contested, so we'll have to see how that goes. Now, here's the general loot. We'll likely see this change here in a second based on what they get out of this. But hammer, prime, hammer, lever, one sniper. First team I've seen holding kegs. Not surprised though. If surge is ever an issue, you have the ultimate surge machine in a keg. You just can't get headshot sniped. So yeah, both players can use a prime. Prime is just the best shotgun right now. I don't really see any argument to it. Some people have kind of used the Ranger, and we'll see that from time to time, but yeah, I don't really see it. All right, these guys checking out some players over at Butter Barn, but really smart to chill up here, just wait for opportunities to get tags. You have free movement. Only thing is if a player comes up there and tries to kick you off, you're dead. This is a very interesting surge strategy. Looks like, and I don't think it worked out for them, Hellon is trying to bait a player to take some shots here. Rapid's going for the snipe. They're actually going to wind up getting sniped and jumped on by somebody else. Then Rapid and Hellon going to pull this one back. They know they have tons of these heals. Yeah, so they're going to trade those shield kegs for launch pads. And Hellon's going to use a pistol? Interesting. Nope. He did that by mistake. Yeah, don't want that. Yeah. Okay, much better. That's what I expected. These guys just holding them on edge here. Waiting for zone to come. No reason to chill here if they already have the surge damage, but we'll see. I mean, sometimes you got to do things you don't want to do because you don't do them, and things you don't want to do, right? Nah, I don't know. Continue to speed this up. Going to get the drop. So the ability for them to get all the way here on the south side after being at Rockies, a lot of times you go up in the center, but they're the only ones in zone on dead side. There's these guys that are looking like they're overthinking things. Now Hellon Rapit just going to chill in a bush. They were able to get some damage on those players fighting at Butter Barn. Likely it will be another thing, but in the Invitational, I'd expect them to be conned. Don't necessarily see that happening. Interesting to see them back on out of there. This is I wonder why they did that. Now you throw down the extra pad just so you have movement for next zone. Yeah, I don't know why. Like, are those guys crazy or something? I don't know enough about the Middle East players to say one way or another. But very passive. Not really doing anything here. Bro, this is wild. Everyone's playing Edge second. I feel like this is a lot different than most regions. By now, a lot of players would be in zone already. But the late rotates will play into everyone that's already in zone's favor. Rapid just chilling, running around in a box. I doubt they're going to be able to see anybody if I'm being honest. Because everyone's coming in from this side. Like, look at that. This is wild to me. I know this may not seem that crazy to you, but the fact that there's no one on the south side of the zone, and then we have 2 people in storm, which I don't know what's going on over there. Likely hit a reboot or something. But no one on the south side of zone, and then everyone is playing this edge because they were all playing edge already. There's a snipe that'll get you well above, so they're chilling on surge damage. Those guys should not be peeking that same spot, but hey. They're going to pull fort zone. So pretty much don't have to move. Okay. Dude, there's like no one in zone. Maybe this is just a bad example game. They need the surge damage. What is that guy doing down there? Oh, he's a solo. He's just trying to get past. Let me get past. Come on. I'm just a little solo. Does that work like that or no? We'll try and chop out. Boom, there it is. Somebody else gets it. So surge. Okay, that's got to be a new bug. I didn't do anything, and now the cone is no longer see-through. Interesting. So I haven't really done anything yet. Pretty much just sat in here, take shots, snipes. Off spawn was a little bit, but other than that, oh, that's the first shield bubble I've seen used. Honestly surprised that someone used a shield bubble. Now, if I had to guess, Hellon is the IGL because immediately, once Fifth Zone pulled, he looks into the cone to see what's going on. Trying to see the rotate. Yeah, he's got to be the IGL calling the shots here. They have 2 pads. Oh, someone just got blanked. Rip. This is a smart move. Stay in your box. Don't spend any extra mats. I like that. I feel like a lot of players don't actually do that right. These guys get themselves on an elevated position in zone. Now with the pad meta, like what we saw from Aqua and Rezon, you want to play higher in 5th. That's just what you want to do. Now these guys are just trying to get involved somewhere. Looking for opportunities. And I said you wanted to get higher in 5th and then didn't tell you why, but it's so you can recycle other people's pads. The higher you are, the easier you're going to be able to see where other players are. So, sorry my voice is a little raspy. I'm not feeling 100. Also talked a lot today. Okay. 6 zone is going to pull in their favor. They immediately sprint to front side. Are we going for height here? We got to get a little higher. Okay. If we want to play height, we definitely gotta get up. It's going up towards this hill, so most of the lobby is going to be forced up to the layer they're on anyway. Is no one really playing height? Interesting. So they just went front side, looked to claim height, and boom. You got patters. That should be your full focus right now if you're trying to hold height. Yeah, these kids are out cranking them. Okay, so this was never an actual play for height. This was just get up here, probably look for a recycled pad, look for damage, try and get an elim. And if we don't find a recycled pad, we have our own to use. And that'll be the play. Still holding on to that sniper. Boom. There is the pad coming out. Nice little dive down in the crevice. A lot of people unsuccessfully do that. We see Hellon getting front side, getting ahead too. Love that, using splashes. When you have a ton of splashes like that, getting that priority on the front side of zone is so important. Because everyone's going to be trying to take it. So you getting there is really important. So I'm going to be a little hypercritical here. This is a little sloppy of a tarp. Placed a couple extra builds. Would like to see a little cleaner. We got this cone here. This cone here. Builds that don't need to be used. Now this is just me being hypercritical though. Because at the highest of levels, that is really important. Those 2 extra mats will be the difference. We see the staggering of the tarp, so they're not just full tarping, they're staggering back and forth, running. I think this will work well. Looks like Rapit was able to find a refresh there during the replay lag. And then we see Hellon once again getting front side, putting themselves on a good mid tarp, reclaiming space. Boom, this is nice. Trying to get that drop down. Unable to get it. And then quickly making sure they're continuing to move through. Now let's watch Rapit for a little bit. Oh, a little PC with it. Okay. Doesn't get the cone off though. So both using the Evochrome. They have so many mats too. They didn't need this. They got so focused on trying to make a play here when they just absolutely did not need it. A lot more players using Chrome here than I would have expected. I haven't seen it a ton on other regions, but it doesn't mean that we're not going to. Saving the pad, gets it for a low pad, nice. And this is where you just keep getting cut off. So this is pretty much just a Hellon clutch. Haven't really seen him play, so I'd love to see this. Seems to be a pretty solid, smart player. And he doesn't need to go for a refresh yet. And if I'm there, you gotta do something to stop this guy, right? Yeah. Turn backside. Look for shots. And now we've slowed down too much. Very sporadic movement with Hellon. Definitely a keyboard and mouse player. Unless he's just a crazy high sense controller player, but I don't see that happening. Nice little play. Get that refresh backside of Storm. Now we're going to claim ulti low on dead side. Got a ton of mats, but he's just going to start getting shredded. Sounds like they both have purple. And this is simply just playing for second here. Boom, there's the second. That's exactly how you want to play that. And now you're taking a 2-on-1. GG's, good luck. Oh, so it's not that everyone's using Chrome. It's that there's now a new visual bug. Okay, well, GG's. That's a new thing to watch out for in replay mode. Thank you. Love that. But anyway, not the best game. I definitely could have watched. I believe they have it a third 8 elims, but it doesn't seem like they have it locked in yet. Still have time. We're about a month away from the Invitational, so I would like to see them improve, especially as far as overall plan, because it just seems like they're a little sporadic in endgame. Plus, their movement and like what we saw Rapit go down, that will happen every game if they get too focused on things. And they need to understand where they're at when they have 160 builds. You don't need to be looking every which direction in weak builds trying to find a refresh that you don't need or an elim for one extra point or whatever the point system is. Nonetheless, excited to see what these guys will be able to do over time. Thank you guys once again for watching. I'll see you next time. Peace.